back to conclude this 3-part mini proposal series about why did I get married. Thank you guys for all the positive feedback and the comments. You guys are amazing. Y'all out here recognizing that we are doing this Vlogmas thing every day. Every day. We appreciate y'all. For the person that said, can we continue this in January? Not every day, because eventually we got to get back to our work lives. But we are going to, we enjoy it though. So we're going to do a lot more than once a week.
It's been really, really fun.
Yes.
So with this video, what we want to do is come together and talk about our separate videos, because as I said in my video, we didn't record those videos together. So it was the first time we were hearing some of that. So I was kind of interested, were you surprised by anything that I said?
No, but it was very entertaining. I think for the most part, I really liked your storytelling. Yeah. Even though I talk about Jamilla and how she goes all around the mulberry bush, around the house, out the gate, in the yard, through the trail and everything, but it was totally a good story. I
think with your story, what I really liked is we got a little Harper.
Harper's there, Holland's here. But we had to get this video for y'all today by any means necessary.
So one thing that I was shocked that you said that I don't think you've ever told me was just that I was doing everything right.
Of course, right? Do most people tell their other partner you do everything right, or you just be like, okay, I see you?
So yeah, so that was the part that I like, that she knew she had to get it together, because she had a good woman in front of her.
Okay, and did.
And does.
It does.
Currently. Okay, so one thing that after I finished recording, I was like, oh my goodness, I forgot to mention, after we got engaged, at Raised in the City, right? Because you guys say you guys like my storytelling. So we went to Bar One, rest in peace. If you are from Atlanta, visit Atlanta, you knew during that time that Bar One was the place to be on a Sunday night.
It was an LGBT friendly day party from 5 to 10. The DJ was phenomenal.
Oh my goodness.
R&B, old school, reggae, you would dance and sweat the whole time.
So we walk in, and of course we're excited, over the moon. I remember, people were buying us drinks because of our announcement that we announced that we were engaged. And then they had being on the dance floor, and the DJ said, congratulations, and it was just oh my goodness. So then I went to work the next day. I kind of had to come out at work, because I come back to work with an engagement ring. People were like, we didn't even know you were with anyone. I was like, yeah, a woman. Ooh, surprise.
This was your first year at that job, right?
This is my first year. I wasn't even there a year yet. Okay. And then I went to work, and then the very next day, I think my schedule was just really weird, but the very next day we then fly out to Miami. And that was my first time going to Miami. We stayed there for a night, and this was my first time meeting all of her friends that she's had her whole life. And we stayed in Miami.
Y'all cousin just passed some gas. Child.
Ooh,
if y'all heard her, excuse your baby cousin.
Oh goodness. We stayed in Miami for a night, and then the next day we got on a cruise to go to Bahamas, which was my first time going to Bahamas. So this was a whole whirlwind of a celebration. Right. So not only were we celebrating Sequina's 30th, then we were celebrating my engagement.
Right, correct. So it was a good time overall. And it just felt like all my friends, when they met Jamilla and everything, everybody was already game anyway. But just meet her in person, kind of was okay, I really, really like her. So everything just kind of fell into place how it should have.
And that reminds me, because every time we tell this story, her best friend Crystal says the same thing. I was rooting for you from the beginning.
She was. Literally January 2012, she had been rooting, because I was in Virginia and I was staying with her for that time, for a couple of days. And I was telling her about Jamilla, and she was always rocking with her.
It's that Leo live. So yeah, so it was really fun talking about our engagement. So as soon as we got engaged, of course, as I said in the video, we kind of hit the ground running, figuring out the date. And we immediately found an event space that we wanted to get married at.
Which I would not what I know now, I would have got married somewhere else. Yeah, totally. Destination.
And then what's so funny is that my cousin recently got married at my dream event space, the Biltmore downtown. But anyway, so And then after that, we kind of had to decide, okay, well, what's this last name situation gonna be like? And to this day, my mom jokes, because we were at Jamillaandque and we had a huge argument, and if me and that wasn't the last name.
No, that was over if we were going to buy a house or have a baby first.
Okay, so there were two arguments. The last name.
And we could tell you, pinpoint that Jamillaandque argument.
Okay,
that is a story
won't get
time.
Into that? Okay.
That's a story time.
So that's the house and the baby?
Yes.
Okay, so the last name. So you don't want to tell that story in this video?
No.
You want to save that?
We got a couple more days to go. We have to make every story count.
I've been trying to give y'all the goods. Okay, so the last name situation was, I've already changed my last name before in my life. I was born a Graham, and then I changed to Swanson, and it really felt like my family, like we had kind of come together. And I don't want to say decided on my last name, on our last names, because I wasn't, you know, I was a child. But anyway, so I was very attached to my last name.
So for me, I wasn't attached to my last name, but my first name is Sequina, so I'm already like S as in Sam, E as in Edward, Q as in Queen, U as in Umbrella, E as in Edward, N as in Nancy, A as in Apple. Brown. Easy, just like the color. That's my little thing I say. I spell it like that. Brown, just like the color. Now, if I went Sequina Swanson, can you then imagine how I'm going to spell that out for people? Like, it was just a tongue twister. So at first, I was game for changing my name, but then I just started to think about how complicated it would be, how annoyed I would be with, you know, just having to spell it out. Me personally, I just like to be in and out when I'm discussing names. Like, this is my name, this is it. So I was like, okay, since we can't agree, let's just kind of create our own legacy. Let's do hyphenated. And then I let Jamilla know, like, you know, she could still have Jamilla Swanson as her alias, and then be Jamilla Swanson Brown legally. And I mean, she acted like she wasn't about it or whatever, but now homegirl, for convenience, will say Jamilla Brown or Brown Party of Four.
I will never say Jamilla Brown. Jamilla Brown sounds very boring. When people say Jamilla Brown, I correct them immediately, like at the doctor's office.
Browns there in the world? You said it's very boring.
You think there are a lot of Jamilla Browns?
I can look it up right now and pull them up.
Oh, sorry. So I correct people, but I do, like, if we go to a restaurant, I say Brown. If we're at every single, like, if we're at like a Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, Brown, 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 Brown. Like, now I'm like proud to be Swanson Brown. At the time, baby, no, I didn't understand.
Y'all, I don't know how long this video is gonna start, because we got to keep stopping and talking and looking for stuff for these babies.
And usually sit down videos are quick to edit and quick to knock out, but y'all baby cousin Harper, she be needing a lot of help with the YouTube.
She just woke up from her nap, so we keep getting sidetracked about what we even talking about.
Right, and then, you know, that first, right when you wake up from a nap, you're already treading real softly on a breakdown. So we try not to say too much.
Anyway, all I can say is, from what I remember, is that we chose hyphenated last name. We use Brown when it's convenient.
Yes.
We're cool with it. Harper knows how to say Swanson Brown. Now, it is going to be a lot when we got to teach them how to spell it. But like you said, I love the Swanson Brown. Like, don't call me just Sequina Brown. I'm Swanson Brown, unless I tell you differently.
Ooh.
And that's probably when I'm at Chick-fil-A or Starbucks.
And that's it.
Yeah, but other than that, I'm trying to think what other points we wanted to share.
And what other comments people? Someone made a comment, and she also made a comment about my rings. So I usually have 2 rings. I was recently pregnant and had a baby, so my rings, they didn't fit, and they kind of still don't fit. And you know, pregnancy and weight is a very sensitive topic in this household, so that's all I got to say about that.
Hello. So that's it. Because y'all know I wouldn't be having her walking around here without a ring any other way.
When my upgrade coming?
Alright, y'all. So thank y'all for tuning in. I'm glad y'all like this 3-part. I just wanted to chime in on that. Later.